Hello everybody and welcome to your virtual studio. Today we have a 30-minute Pilates class. This class will be more tailored to the upper body. So a couple of things that you will need if you have them. Some hand weights. I've got a range of different sizes here. However, any size will do. Maybe a half kilo, 1 kilo or 2 kilo. If you've only got one, just keep them all and get rid of them when you can no longer. And a resistance band. So one of those long stretchy ones. We are going to warm up with that, but don't worry if you don't have one. The warm-up can still be done as a body weight. So if you've got one, grab it. If you don't, no stress at all. Let's begin. So just in a comfortable seat, doesn't really matter. You can be kneeling, you can be cross-legged, you can even stand up for this. So let's start with the band. Holding it nice and wide, we're going to go for our shoulder dislocation stretch. So we come up and overhead and we go all the way back behind us. I'm just going to turn here on the side. Up and overhead and come back in front. Up and overhead and go all the way behind. And then up and overhead, come forward. If you don't have a band, do some big arm circles. Just moving forward and back. And just working into that range of movement that you have at the shoulder there. Then if you have a band and you're feeling like it's getting a little bit easy now that you are starting to wake up the joints and the muscles, you can walk it in a little bit closer. And keep the elbows nice and straight as you move over your head and forward and back. So you are in control of that stretching band. So make it wider or walk closer together. Let's just do about 4 more of these. And 3. And 2. And 1, bringing it back in front of you, dropping the arms down. Just leave your band at the very top of your mat for a second. Shake out your shoulders, make some tension free through the shoulders and the neck, and then find your way into hands and knees. So hands under shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Move into some cats and some cows. So spine lifts up, and then the belly drops down. Think about winding your shoulders down and away from your ears as you find your cow to really open up across the chest and the collarbones. And pushing the spine to the sky, finding cat, and breathing away through cow. Let's stay for 8 counts, for 7, and 6, and 5, 4 more, 3, and 2, and 1. Finding your way into the center. Now we're going to open the knees a little bit wider, connect the toes, and then we're going to reach the right arm to the sky. Now we're just going to pulse it up and then bring it down. We're going to work the same side just for now. So we're going to do 8 more of these before we head to the left side. Push the left hand down into the floor, open the right arm. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, 5. Close, open, 4. Close, open, 3. Inhale, exhale, 2. And 1 more here. Let's get onto that left hand side. Right hand under shoulder, left hand opens up. And we stay on this left side. Bring it back. Exhale it open. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, open. Inhale. Last 6. 5 more. 4. And 3. And 2. And once more. And then bring that hand down, pull the knees back in, and just shake it out. You can move into either disco cat or any cats and cows. Now let's move into our puppy stretch. The arms reach forward. The chest lowers towards the floor, keeping a nice, strong, energizing reach out through the back of the shoulders and over the elbows and out across your fingertips. Drop the chest a little bit lower and just hold it there for 5 and 4 and 3, 2, and 1. Dropping gently back through your child's pose, pushing your way back up to 4-point kneeling, laying down onto your belly. Setting up for just a couple of swan stretches. So rest your hands under shoulders, lift your chest up and maybe drop the elbows down. If you feel like that's enough, then that's where you'll go. If you think you've got a little bit further to go, push through the elbows and extend them a little bit more. Make sure that there's no jamming into that lower back, no compression. Feel for the length and the space. Always move for length and space over the height. 5 more counts. Last 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Now as you lower your chest, keep your nose just a little bit lifted, and your chest will be ever so slightly lifted as well. Reach your arms out into your T shape. So if you look right and left, they're out in line with your shoulders. Then just lift the kneecaps and have the tops of the feet resting very lightly on the floor. Lift your arms up, so they're hovering now, and start to lift them and squeeze the shoulder blades, and then hover. Lift and squeeze between the shoulder blades and hover. If you find that this is really difficult, you have a shoulder injury or anything like that, you can bend your elbows, have cactus shapes or 90 degrees, and do the same thing, but just the shorter lever will just provide a little less tension through that shoulder area. So working with your own limits, stretching the arms out straight or bending the arms into the cactus. Let's go 8, maybe pick up the tempo now. 7, 6, and 5, 4, 3, and 2. Let's hover on 1. Little circles for me just around the shoulder area. And let's circle 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse it. Other way for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring those hands in, push yourself away, and drop into your child's pose. Hands can come into your knees, roll up the spine, take a seat on your butt so that your legs are facing your stretching band. Again, if you don't have one of these, some hand weights will do just fine for this next part. All right, place the band just over the balls of your feet, somewhere it's not going to slingshot you back into the face. Wrap the hands so you have a strong grip. Elbows come out nice and high, nice and wide. You want to lift the chest up and point the crown of the head to the sky. Reach the arms forward, and let's do it again. Exhale. We're going to go for 20 here. So let's pick up some tempo. Go 3, exhale 4, and 5, and 6, go 7, and 8, 9, and 10. 10 more. Go for 10, and 9, and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Elbows coming nice and close to the body now. So shave your rib cage, stretch them out, full extension the elbow. In and out. Let's go tempo. 1, and 2, and 3. Squeeze those shoulder blades. 4, and 5. Chest up. 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. Keep going. 10 more. 10, and 9, and 8. Last 7. Go 6, and 5. Last 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. A combo. Up high, close to the body. Up high and close. Up high and close. And 4, and close. And 5, and close. Keep squeezing the back. 6, and close. 7, and close. And 8, and in. And 9, and in. And 10, and in. 10 more. It's up. It's in. 9 more. It's up. And in here for 8. 8, and in. 7, in. 6, and in. Last 5, and in. Go 4, and in. And 3, in. And 2, and in. 1 more, and 1, and in. And just reach forward, flex the spine out. So look to the belly button, pull the belly to the spine, and reach for the shins or the toes. Wriggle it out, take a breather, roll yourself up. You will need some nice lighter hand weights for this next part. Making your way into a high kneeling position. Maybe even no weights, just see how you go. You know your body the best. So rise on up, high kneeling position. Let's have a little bit of a gap between the thighs, but hip distance, toes are together behind. All right, 1 hand weight for each hand. We're going to come up through center. As we open out, we want to rotate the palms. So the palms are facing now forward. Drop your shoulders. If you look right and left, your arms are roughly the height of your shoulders. Let's make some circles down. I want you to pull your belly in, connect your ribcage to your hips. So imagine that you're laying flat on the floor with your low spine attached. We're going to circle for 10, circle 9, and 8, and 7, go 6, and 5, last 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Change back the other way for 10, for 9, and 8, and 7, and 6, and 5, last 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Palms face the sky. Now we circle again. Circle it out. Breathe 10, breathe 9 and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3 and 2. Reverse your circle other way and circle just for 10. Breathe 9 and 8. Lengthen neck. Let's go for 6 and 5 and 4. Last 3 and 2 and hold on 1. Elbows come into the body. Chest opens out. As we push away, we rotate the palms down. So thumb spirals in, thumb spirals behind us. Thumb spirals down, thumb spirals behind. Let's do it. 10 of these. Spiral down, 9 more. Spiral and in, and 8 and in, 7 and in, 6 and in. Let's go 5 and back, 4 more and in, last 3 and back, 2 and back, and 1 and in. Push forward, out, front, back, in. Push forward, out, front, and back in. We've got 10. And out, front, and in. 9, out, front, and in. For 8, out, front, and in. For 7, out, front, and in. 6 more. It's out, and in, and front, and side, and back, and back. Last 4, out, in, final 3, out, in, and 2, out, in, and 1, out, in. Now we make a change. Forward bicep curl, out to the side and curl. Forward bicep curl, out and bicep curl to the front, and biceps side and bicep curl. Go 8 and bicep curl and side and bicep curl. Go 7, squeeze it in, side, squeeze it in, and 6, squeeze, out, squeeze. Last 5, in, out, in. Go for 4, in, out, in, and 3, in, out, in, and 2, in, out, and in. 1 more for me. Squeeze it in to the side and in, and drop those arms. Take a little shoulder roll here. Keep your hand weight in your right hand. Find your way down into a 4-point kneeling position. Left hand stacks right underneath your left shoulder. Right hand locks into the elbow of the right locks into the side body. We're going to push it out. Make a big spiral all the way forward. Push it right back to the hip. And then bend and extend all the way out in front, all the way back. Lock it in, 10 and in, out, and all the way. Bring it back. 9 and back, and 8 and back, and 7 and back. Last 6 and back. Last 5 and back, and 4 and back, 3 and back, last 2 and back. Once more, press away and pull it in. Now lock it in and push it out. Just your triceps now. Squeeze it in, squeeze it out. Find the appropriate weight, add on or lower down if you can. Here for another 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 more, and 3, 2, last 1, and gently lower your hand weight off to the side. Now stay in your kneeling position, but we're going to take the hands a little bit more in front of your shoulders and a little bit wider than your shoulders. Line your chest up over the top of your thumbs. Option here is to lift the toes or even come up into a full push-up position. The options are endless. Take the one that serves your body the best. Let's lower the chest and lift the chest. We're going to do 10 full push-ups in whatever style that looks like for you. Hands are a little bit wider, so they're not the standard Pilates style. So work through that 45-degree at the end, at the elbow. Last 8 of these. 7, 6, 5, 4 more, and 3, and 2, and 1 more. Drop those hips back over your heels, take a little stretch. Curl your toes down into the mat and pike your hips up. Take a moment here as you walk your hands to your toes, hang into a little ragdoll, shake out the shoulders, and just roll yourself nice and slowly up to standing. Grab yourself a hand weight, any style, any size, and stand, find somewhere to stand in the middle of your mat. All right, now we're going to lift the left foot just off the floor here, so the toe is either resting or just hovering. Hand weights are in the right hand. Lock your left hand to your hip and keep your right hand just in front of your right thigh. Now we're going to start to lift the arm forward and glide the left knee up. So you might not be able to see that here, but the knee is lifting up. Now we're going to hold that shape. The arm goes out to the side. We bring it back, and then we glide the left leg down as the arm goes down. The leg glides up as the arm lifts up. Hold your balance. Open out to the side. Bring it in, glide it back down. 10 more here. Lift. Open. Close. Lower. 9. Open. Close. Lower. 8. Open. Close. Lower. 7. Open. Close. And lower. 6. Open. Close. And lower. And 5. Open. Close. And lower. 4. Open. Close. And lower. 3. Open. Close. And lower. And 2. Open. Close. And lower. And 1. Open, hold it, close, cactus shape. Come overhead, combo with a fold on the in. Good, push it up. Now you can always drop this left foot back to the floor if you need to, or keep yourself on that standing balance position, just right foot down. All right, 8 more of these. Press it up. 7, 6, and 5, and 4, up, and 3, up, and 2, up, and 1, and up. Elbow tucks all the way into your body. The left leg goes behind, acting as a little balance, and we lean forward. The arm goes nice and long, nice and straight, pulses up. Make them big and juicy, big and bouncy, not too small and isolated. Let's get a little bit more of an energy lift here, up. Exhale. Lift, lift. Go for another 10 of these. Up, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Left foot steps in. The arm comes forward. The arm comes back. Arm comes forward. Line up with the shoulder and back. Last 10. Back. 9. Back, 8, back, 7, back, 6, and back, and 5, back, 4, and 3, and 2, and 1 more, and push it back. Roll yourself up, take a little shake there at the shoulders, and pop your hand weights over into your left hand. Right hand sits on the top of the right hip, and we're going to just lift that right foot just slightly off the floor. So let's go ahead and do the other side. We're going to lift the left arm, glide the right leg up, hold the balance, open the left arm out to the side, forward, and we go down together. Again, lift it up, out to the side as you hold your balance. Bring it back in and glide it down. Give it a lift, open, forward, and down. 9, open, forward, and down. 8, open, forward, down. 7, open, forward, and down. Lift the wrists up, out, in, and down. For 5, out, in, and down. last 4, out, in, and down, 3 more, we open, in, and down, for 2, open, in, and 1 more, it's up, we open, cactus shape and hold. It's overhead and we fold our books in, out, up, down for 10, out, up, down for 9, out, up, down, 8, chest opens, up and down, go 7, and it's up, down, last 6, oh, I'm balanced, I'm not good at balancing this side, last 5, and up and down for 4, and up, down, 3, open, up and down, 2 more, and up and down, 1 more, and it's up and it's down. Now we're going to pull this left elbow into our body. The right leg's going to step behind. We're leaning forward in our flat back position. Stretch the arm out completely straight. Lift it up, big juicy lifts for me. It's up, squeeze right into these shoulder blades, up, lift it, and 10, and 9, and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and step the right leg in. It's up, forward, and past the hip. Lift front and back. Square your shoulders to the floor. Lift it back, pull the belly in and up. 10 to go. Exhale. 9, and back. 8, back. 7, and back. Last 6, and back. And 5, press it back. 4 more, and 3, and 2. Once more, it's up, it's back. Let's roll it all the way up. Take a shoulder roll, drop your chin into your chest, roll yourself down. Pop your hand weights just there to the side of your mat. Walk yourself out into your inner 4-point kneeling position. Now we're going to move through our Pilates push-ups. Hands are just underneath your shoulders. And now the knees wiggle back a little. Now we want to wrap the elbows into the body. Toes can lift. You can do this from a full plank position if you choose to. Let's do it. Chest to the floor, elbows pointing down to your heels. Push back up. 10 of these. Inhale. Exhale. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drag your hips right over your heels. Take a breather, hands to the knees. Find your way to 4-point kneeling. Now bring your hand weight back into your left hand. Right hand is under shoulder. Finding your hand weight and locking your elbow into your side body. Now we work through that combo. We're going to kick that arm back. We're going to sweep it all the way forward, all the way back, and then bend it back in. Push out to the front, to the hip, bend it in. For 10, to the front, to the hip, and in. For 9, front, hip, and in. For 8, front, hip, and in. For 7, front, hip, and in. And 6, front, hip, and in. And 5, front, hip, and in. And 4, in front, hip, and in. For 3, front, hip, and in. And 2, front, hip, and in. 1 more, out, in front to the hip, and now press it out just for your triceps. Inhale, exhale. Stay strong through that right hand. Keep your chest lifted. 10 more of these. Exhale. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 more, and 3, and 2. One more, and release. Take a seat onto your bottom. Grab yourself a heavier style weight if you have them, otherwise keeping what you have with you at the moment, and lay down onto your back. Letting your hips just rest for a moment, rolling the spine up, roll the spine down, have a little reset. Do that once more if you need to, and then flow the legs and find a tabletop position. Reach your arms right over the line of your chest with the dumbbell heads facing each other, meaning your palms are facing your knees. We're going to bend the elbows out to the sides and push them straight over the top of the chest. So this is just our chest press style motion exercise. So the elbows bend to the 90 degrees, out to your cactus shape. Then we want a full extension, closing the dumbbell heads to each other over the top of the chest. Now, if you want some abdominal work here, you can certainly add in a single alternating leg, switching over at the top once they meet again through tabletop. Or if you just want to work through the arms, keep the legs in your tabletop or even rest them on the floor and just keep this chest press going. We've got another 10 counts, 9 and 8, 7, 6 and 5, 4 more, and 3 and 2 and 1. Rotate those palms to face each other. Now the arms move out into our chest flies, and then we close the arms back together. So the difference here is that we just have a micro bend in the elbows, and our palms are facing to each other rather than to your knees. So really small bends in those elbows and not locking the joints there, keeping the chest working, not the joints overloaded. So inhale, exhale to close. Inhale, exhale to close. Let's go for another 10. Open, close. 9, 8, 7, 6, last 5, and 4, 3, and 2, and 1 more. And gently lower one hand weight. Option here is to absolutely keep both of them if you feel like you can. If you're having just the one, holding it between both hands. Keeping your legs into your tabletop position, reaching your arms overhead without touching the floor. Get as close as you can feel to still being in control, and then lift the hand weight back over your chest. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, arms go back. Exhale, again, you've got option to continue adding in the leg movement. We're just here for another 10 counts, guys. Last 9. Bring it back. And 8. 7. And 6. 5. And 4. Last 3. And 2. One more, inhale and exhale. Gently lower the feet to the floor, popping your hand weight off to the side, opening those arms into your T, and just giving your knees a little swing from side to side. A really gentle spine stretch here, just waving your knees into your window wiper positions. If you want to make it a little bit stronger, you can turn it into your pendulum, floating the legs off the floor, the feet off the floor, and working gently from side to side. Keep that chest really open by pressing the shoulder blades down. 4 counts. And 3. And 2. And 1. Bring those knees back into the center. Swing yourself up to a nice comfortable seat. And reach your right arm to the sky. Pressing gently on top of the right elbow using your left hand. Stretching down through this tricep line of the right upper arm bone. You can add some side bending if you need to. And reaching the right arm across the chest, using your left hand to go underneath. Stretching out across the top of the shoulder and bicep line. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left arm to the sky, bending the elbow and gently pressing on top of the elbow with your right hand. Sending the palm between your shoulder blades. Take a deep breath in, option to add that stretching, that bending. And now there's a left arm that's going to come right across the chest. Right hand goes from underneath, under and across. Holding that for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Letting the arms drop down by your hips and taking a sway from side to side, finding your mermaids. For 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Bring yourself back into the center, shoulder roll. Well done. Thank you so much for joining. I hope your arms and